From time to time, my dear friends, Bhagavan, he would come upon this earth to remind us of his greatness, to remind us of his glory. And the time that he came upon this earth in the age of Dwapar Yuga, it is all documented here in the Bhagwat Mahapuran. Bhagwat Mahapuran was related a number of times. Bhagwat Mahapuran was related first by Vyasji Maharaj onto his son, which is Shukadev. Bhagwat Mahapuran was also related by Sutji Maharaj onto Shaunak and the 88,000 rishis in the forest of Naimisharan. And Bhagwat Mahapuran was also related by two other individuals, of whom we are going to hear about in tonight's Katha. I'm going to start with Arjuna. Do you all remember who is Arjuna? Arjuna was one of the 5 Pandavas. Pandavas, you all know who the 5 Pandavas? Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjuna, Nakul, and Sahadev. Arjuna was the third one. Arjuna was the one who received Bhagavad Gita from Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Arjuna, he had a son. His son's name was Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu was married to Uttara. Uttara was blessed with progeny, and so she was about to have a child. As she was pregnant, one by the name of Ashwatthama wanted to destroy or kill that child for whatever reason. That, my dear friends, is a different katha, which we will not go into tonight. Ashwatthama wanted to destroy that child that was growing in the womb of Uttara. But Bhagavan Mahavishnu, he protected that child that was growing there. And because he protected that child and prevented that child from dying, that child grew in the womb with love towards Mahavishnu Bhagavan. As he was born, he was given the name Vishnu Rat. He was given the name Vishnu Rat. Vishnu is Mahavishnu Bhagavan. Rat means what? Chariot or wagon. He is the one who carried with him Vishnu Bhagavan in his mind, in his heart. But because Mahavishnu was the one who saved him when he was in the womb of his mother, everywhere that he would go, he would test people. He would test everyone because he wanted to meet with Vishnu Bhagavan. So he would test everyone that he would meet to find out if this person is Vishnu Bhagavan. Are you Vishnu Bhagavan? Are you Vishnu Bhagavan? And because he would test each and everyone, the word for test is what? Pariksha. And because of that, he was granted the name Parikshit. He was given the name Parikshit. Tonight we are going to hear about Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit and the coming of this age of Kali Yuga. As I would start, let me ask you this question. We are in the age of Kali Yuga. Do you think this age of Kali Yuga is good, or do you think this age of Kali Yuga is bad? We have 4 ages, not so? First age was Satyug. Second age was Treta Yuga. Then we had Dwapar Yuga. Then we had Kali Yuga. It is said that Kali Yuga, everything was perfect. That's why it was given a name. That is why it was given the name Satyug. Then Treta Yuga. It is when Prabhu Sri Ramchandra came. Dwapar Yuga. It is when Bhagavan Sri Krishna came. And now we are in the age of Kali Yuga. Many would say Kali Yuga, it's given the name Kali because Kali means dark. This is the age of darkness, not so? So this age of Kali Yuga, one may say, is a bad age. And then others might say, this age of Kali Yuga is good. What do you think? In tonight's Katha, we are going to hear. So this one by the name of Raja Parikshit, because he was now a king. He is the grandson of Arjuna, just to remind you. So Raja Parikshit is the grandson of Arjuna. And he was one who always stood for what is right. He always upheld righteousness. He always upheld righteousness. One day, as he was moving from place to place, he noticed something that was very, very wrong. Raja Parikshit, he saw an individual dressed as a Raja, dressed as a king. But this person was actually not a king. This person was a Shudra. It was a Shudra that was dressed as a king, dressed as royalty, dressed as greatness. Impersonation, right? First of all, just because you wear a crown on your head, that does not make you a king. Just because you have a chandan on your forehead and you are wearing a dhoti and you have a janeu, that doesn't make you a pandit. This is what this path is telling us here. You have to be born into that family. And it is only because of your good karma, God would bless you so that you can be born into that family, so that you can be blessed to be a pandit or to be a king. Raja Parikshit immediately he recognized, firstly by the actions of this person, and because of his attitude, he knew that this was no Raja. You know what this person was doing? This Shudra, he was beating a cow and the male one also, the bull. He was beating this cow to such an extent that the cow was crippled. The cow was lying on the ground, and the cow was beaten so badly that the cow was in a state that that cow could no longer give birth to a calf. So bad that cow was beaten. And then the bull, his first foot, second, third, 3 of his legs were broken. 1 leg alone was standing. And this carries great meaning with it. This carries great meaning with it. You know what the 4 legs of that cow represent? As a matter of fact, do you know what that bull represents? That bull represents dharma. What is dharma? If you were to go in a dictionary, in a Hindi English dictionary, and you were to look for the meaning of the word dharma, you would find many explanations. One may tell you dharma is a way of life. Dharma is a religion. Dharma means righteousness. What really is dharma? If we were to take that word righteousness and we were to say, okay, dharma means righteousness, that bull represented dharma, that bull represented righteousness. Raja Parikshit, on seeing what is happening here now, he said, who are you? And look what you are doing, my dear friends. We are the ones who honor the cow, not so? We would honor the cow. We would take our hands and we will touch the feet of the cow and we would bow to the cow. We would take a mala, we would place it around the neck of the cow, not so? We will take the arti, we will perform puja to the cow. Every single puja that you are doing here, we perform what? Ganesh, Ambika, Mata, puja. Who is Ambika Mata? Gauri Mata. Who is Gauri Mata? Gauri Mata is the cow. We honor the cow in every single puja. And now we are seeing someone who is beating the cow and beating this bull. He says, tell me, who are you? For I am not going to put up with this. Raja Parikshit, he would walk the entire earth, or he would walk from place to place, and wherever there is unrighteousness, he would immediately put an end to this unrighteousness. He said, no, do not kill me. You cannot kill me. That I must be here. He said, who are you? He said, I am Kali Yuga. That Shudra that was beating that cow and beating that bull was who? Kali Yuga, in the form of a person. Kali Yuga was now about to come, my dear friends. Kali Yuga was coming, and was coming in the form of this individual. If this is the behavior of Kali Yuga, I ask the question a second time. Do you think Kali Yuga is good, or do you think Kali Yuga is bad? This question, my dear friends, was once asked by Sita Mata to Prabhu Sri Ramchandra. This very same question. Hans juke. What does it say? Hans juke ka dana dunga. The man or the person that has the voice or the qualities of the Hans, of the swan, that person will be given no respect. But the one who is completely opposite to that, that is the person that will gain all the respect. Raja or Praja dono mein. There will be the Raja, there will be the king, and there will be the subjects. There will be absolutely no respect for each other. There will always be argument. But you know the one who is going to be on top? Who is the one that is going to be on top? It says here, the one that has lati. The one that has the lati. The one that has the gun. And we are seeing it now in this age of Kalyug. Who is the one? Who is the one that's calling the shots? It's really the one who has it, not so? That would be the man on top. When? In this age of Kalyug. In this age of Kalyug, my dear friends. Is this age of Kalyug, I'm asking it for the third time now, do you think this age of Kalyug is a good place? Do you think the age of Kalyug is a bad place? Let us look at this bull now. 3 of his feet was broken. Do you know what these 3 feet represent? The bull represents righteousness, dharma. Our dharma is supported on 4 pillars. Tell me. Satya. I find all you real quiet, you know. Repeat after me. Say it after me. Satya, Saucham, Daya, and Dan. Satya, Sauch, Daya, and Dan. In Kalyug, in the age of Kalyug, 3 of those will be broken. 3 of those will be taken away. In the age of Satyug, everything was perfect. When Satyug was coming to an end and Treta Yuga was about to come here now, Satya went away. When the age of Treta Yuga was coming to an end and Dwapar Yuga was about to begin now, Sauch went away. When the end of the age of Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga is now going to come, Daya went away. What are these words, my dear friends? Satya means truth. Sauch means cleanliness, purity. Daya means compassion. And Dan. What is Dan? Some people may say charity. My brother like to say it is when you give something at the appropriate time and the appropriate place to the appropriate person. Right? So giving, charity, when you give, that is what you call Dan. In the age of Kalyug, there will be no Satya, there will be no truth. Tell me, do we have truthfulness now? Are we truthful? When we give our word, and when we hear the word truthful, people think simply just to speak the truth. Oh, that's just half of it, you know. That's just half of it. When you give your word to someone, try your best to keep to your word. That also is Satya. Sauch, what is Sauch? Purity, purity of mind, where there are pure thoughts within the mind, purity of the soul. Do we have that? Not in this age of Kalyug. Daya, compassion. What is compassion? I like to say compassion is when you see someone else. When you see someone else feeling sad, you also have that feeling of sadness inside of you. When you see others hurting, you also have that feeling of hurt inside of you. Compassion. You feel the same way for that person. That also went away in this age of Kali. The only one that is uplifting, the only one that is probably staying here and will be destroyed at the end of Kali Yuga also is Dan. People would give. People would give, yes. But how do they give? If you go to Bhagavad Gita, they will tell you that there are 3 types of Dan. Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. Sattvic Dan is where you give lovingly, wholeheartedly, and you look back for nothing in return. Rajasic is where you give it, but you say, you have in your mind, I wonder, what am I going to get out of this? I wonder if they are going to call my name. Take, for example, we give a donation in the mandir, but we go to the mandir and we listen to the treasurer's report and we want to hear our name call that we give something to the mandir. That is Rajasic. And then we have what? Tamasic. We give with Abhiman. Yes, I could give, yeah. There is the Abhiman attached to it. These 3, Satya, Sauch, Daya, they all went away. Raja Parikshit now, he said, if this is what Kalyug is going to bring, if this is what you are going to bring here, then I am not going to allow this. I am going to destroy you here and now. that Shudra, which was Kalyug himself, he went down on his knees and started to beg. He says, please do not kill me. You cannot kill me. Give me certain places. If you don't want me to reside every and anyway, give me certain places. Raja Parikshit said, you are the one who would bring into this world greed. You are the one. You will bring into this world falsehood. You will bring into this world wickedness. You will bring into this world poverty. You will bring into this world hypocrisy, ignorance, hate. I am not going to allow that. He started to beg. Kalyug, he started to beg. Tell me where I can stay. If it is you don't want me to be everywhere, then tell me places where I can stay. And so Raja Parikshit, he gave to Kalyug 4 places where Kalyug should reside. Where are these 4 places? 4 places where you should reside. He said, first one, you, Kalyug, you will reside where there is the dice, where there is gambling. Places where there is gambling in the casinos, there is where you will reside. You will reside in the places where there is alcohol. Madhushala, not so? Have you ever studied why they call it Madhushala? What is Madhu? What is Madhu? Say honey. Honey. Madhu is honey, but I heard people say that it don't really taste so good, you know. Why do they call it Madhushala? The second place where Kalyug would reside is where there is alcohol. The third place where you will reside, O Kalyug, is where there is woman. Where there is not just woman, but where there is prostitution. And the fourth one, where there is a slaughtering of animals. These are the 4 places where Kalyug was assigned. The places where there is gambling, where there is alcohol, where there is prostitution, and where there is slaughtering in the slaughterhouse. Kalyug says, please, please, give me 1 more. You have given me 4. Please, give me 1 more. Panchamam, the 5th one was what? O Kalyug, you shall reside where there is gold. Where there is what? And we all have it on, not so? Look at your bodies. Tell me, how many of you are wearing gold right now? Yes. And we want more and more, right? Where there is gold. You know what happened at that point in time? When Kalyug heard that he would reside where there is gold, what did Kalyug do? Raja Parikshit told Kalyug that you shall reside where there is gold. And what does the king wear? Tell me, what does the king wear? The crown. What material is the crown made of? Copper? Silver? Gold. And so Kalyug was allowed to reside there. And because of this, my dear friends, Kalyug residing there, he had an influence in the mind of Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit roamed the entire kingdom, and he ensured that there was righteousness at all times. Anyone who stood for unrighteousness, he would ensure that they were punished, duly punished. Here now, Kalyug taking over the mind, or having an influence, we should say, on the mind of Raja Parikshit. One day, Raja Parikshit, he was returning home after a very hard day. He was returning home very thirsty, very tired, very hungry. He came to the home of Samik Rishi. He came to the hermitage of Samik Rishi. And he saw Samik Rishi sitting in meditation. And he said, bring me some water. Pani lao, give me some water. I am very thirsty. Give me some food. Give me at least something to eat. I am very hungry. I am very tired. But my dear friends, Samik Rishi was so deep in meditation, he didn't hear when Raja Parikshit asked. And because of the influence of Kalyug on the mind of Raja Parikshit, what happened? Raja Parikshit got angry. And he said, what, you are ignoring me? Is it that you are ignoring me? Let me test you. Raja Parikshit, he got angry, right? Anger is one of the most dangerous things, you know. Bhagavad Gita tells us, Krodat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibram, smriti bramshad buddhinasho, buddhinashad pranashyati. When you get angry, what happens? A chain reaction occurs. When you get angry, you go into a state of infatuation and delusion. From that state of infatuation and delusion, you go into a state of loss of reasoning. From the state of loss of reasoning, loss of memory, loss of wisdom, and it allows you to do things that afterwards you have to say what? Mujhe maaf karo. Please forgive me. I didn't mean it, you know. I really didn't mean that, you know. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. What caused it? Anger. Raja Parikshit, thinking to himself that Samik Rishi, he is ignoring me. I am Raja. What caused that? The Abhiman. Kalyug placed that Abhiman on Raja Parikshit. What did he do? Raja Parikshit, he saw on the ground, he saw a dead snake on the ground. He took his bow, he took up the dead snake, and he placed it around the neck of Samik Rishi. He says, you feel you are a Rishi? You think you are a saint? Well, let me put a mala for you. And he took the dead snake and he placed it around the neck of Samik Rishi. Samik Rishi, he insulted Samik Rishi, no? Samik Rishi didn't awake from that meditation at that point in time. But next to him, or a little way, his son was there. And his son saw what happened. Who was his son? Sringi Rishi. When his son Sringi Rishi saw what had happened there now, Sringi Rishi said, he is the king, Raja Parikshit. How could you do this to my father? What did he say? You have insulted my father in this manner by taking that dead snake and placing it around his neck. But when Samik Rishi made this declaration here now, Raja Parikshit had already left. Sringi Rishi, he said, for this, within 7 days' time, within 7 days' time, that great serpent, Takshak, will come and bring forth your death. You will die in 7 days' time. If you were to hear that you are going to die in 7 days' time, what would you do? One may say, well, let me pray. Let me do puja. Let me call the Baba and read Gita. It is good to read Gita when you know someone is coming close to that time. Perform puja, perform Shaligram worship, perform Vishnu Bhagavan worship. Not so? Chant the various names, glorify God. One may say that, right? Another person may say, well, let me try and make use of this time and do the things that I've never done in my life before. Not so? Go places that I've never went before. Eat and drink and marry, and when the time comes and you die, what do they say? Eat, drink and marry, and when you die, bury? No, we'll go cremate, right? You cremate. What would you do if you hear that you only have 7 days again to live? What would you do if you heard someone placed a sarap upon you? That person placed a sarap upon me that I am going to die in 7 days' time. What would you say to that person? What would you tell that person? Would you go back to that person and give them another sarap and say, okay, you want to give sarap, so take back another one? If someone do you something that is wrong, what would you do? You know, when Samik Rishi awoke from that meditation and he realized what had happened, you know what he told his son? What do you think he told his son? Do you think he was proud of his son? Very good, son. You protected me. You were there for me. I am happy that you did what you did. What have you done, my son? This is what he said. What have you done, my son? Such a strong curse, such a strong sarap, such a powerful sarap you placed on this one by the name of Raja Parikshit. He is the king. It is probably that he was very tired. It is probably that he was very thirsty. And in his agitation, in his anger, he probably did what he did. You had no right to do that. A righteous person, very, very powerful words here it says. A righteous person, a devotee of God, will never return wrong. Will never return wrong when wrong is done to him. When something bad is done towards you, a righteous and a divine person will never say, okay, well, I must do back this to you. Okay, you hit me? Come, let me fight. Let me take this outside. No. The righteous person will try to prevent any sort of fight, any sort of hate, any sort of altercation like this. And so, this, I believe, is one thing that is lacking in our families nowadays. It is a belief that if someone does wrong, as in the case of our katha here, if someone does wrong, they must be punished for it. That is why when Raja Parikshit met with Kalyug and he saw what Kalyug was doing, he said, you are doing something that is wrong, you must be punished for it. Nowadays we are seeing parents, when they see their children do wrong thing, the parents will try everything and bring out the greatest excuse to defend their children and to protect their children from the wrong that their children is doing. We see it nowadays in our school. Teachers have no say. And when we do wrong, let's not look at it from the viewpoint of parent and children, but when we do wrong, when we do something that is wrong, we always bring out excuses why we did it. Why we did that wrong. To justify the wrong that we are doing. When you do something that is wrong, the law of karma, as it says here, in this age of Kalyug, the law of karma is in effect. Samik Rishi told his son, you have done something that is very wrong. I do hope and pray that may God bless you. May God shower His grace and His blessings upon you, that you learn from this wrong that you have done. And this is how we need to live. When we perform wrong actions, we learn from it such that it will never happen again in the future. Raja Parikshit now, on performing this act, when he went home now, what did he do? He took off the crown and he put it there. When he took off the crown, it was then Kalyug had no influence on him. And he realized the wrong that he did. What should I do? I only have 7 days again to live. What should I do? If I only have 7 days again, from today until the day that I die, I am going to start fasting. Today, until the day I leave this world, I am going to chant the name of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. I am going to sit on the banks of the Ganga. I am going to focus my thoughts on God. I'm going to chant the name of God. All of the saintly ones, when they heard that this great sarap was placed on Raja Parikshit, they all decided to come and meet with Raja Parikshit and offer their blessings to Raja Parikshit. Vishwamitra, Shyavan Muni, Bhrigu, Parashuram, Gautam, Vedvyas, and many others, they came to that spot on the Ganga where Raja Parikshit was, and they all offered their blessings there. One individual came again, and that one individual was none other than Shukadev Muni. So as Shukadev Muni came now, very young person, 16 years of age, very thin. This was the one who had all of the knowledge of Bhagwat Mahapuran. For Bhagwat Mahapuran was related from Vyasji Maharaj, which was his father, on to him. So Shukadev Muni had all the knowledge of Bhagwat Mahapuran. The question was asked there and then now. Tell me, what should I do? What is your advice? I only have 7 days again to live. What do you think I should do? What did he say? He says, there are 1,000 things that can be done, but listening to the various names of God is what you should do. You should also perform the 5 different sacrifices. Panch Yagna. What is that? What are the Panch Yagna? There is Brahma Yagna, there is Dev Yagna, there is Pitri Yagna, there is Bhut Yagna, and there is Manushya Yagna. Brahma Yagna is where we perform worship to the various scriptures and also to the Brahman. Dev Yagna is where we perform puja, worship to the various devtas. Pitri Yagna is where we perform worship to the ancestors and we pray on their behalf. Bhut Yagna is where we honor the lower krityas, where you would make food and feed the animals and so forth. And the last one, Manushya Yagna, where you honor your fellow men. Where you honor your fellow men. This is one of the reasons why, my dear friends, whenever we have any sort of puja, any sort of yagna, we will try to invite as much people as possible. And we will ensure that we give them prasad and food and they leave your home comfortably. This, my dear friends, is one part of Manushya Yagna. Shukadev Muni says you must perform these 5 yagna. But also, there is one thing that is very important. If you have 7 days again to live, then what you should do is listen to the glories of Mahavishnu Bhagavan by listening to Bhagwat Mahapuran Yagna. And so all the preparations were made. And Shukadev Muni, he himself, he related here now Bhagwat Mahapuran unto Raja Parikshit. For these 7 days, 3 times a day, 21 sessions, Bhagwat Mahapuran Yagna. Bolo Vrindavan Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. At the end of the 7 days, my dear friends, after listening to the glories of Mahavishnu Bhagavan, Bhagwat Mahapuran Yagna, it was there that serpent came and took the life of Raja Parikshit. How that happened will be heard in a different katha. So I ask the question as we come to the end of our katha once more. If this is what Kalyug is, if these are the things that Kalyug is bringing to us, the hate and the greed and the anger and the qualities that allowed Raja Parikshit to behave in such a manner that caused his death, do you think Kalyug is good or do you think Kalyug is bad? When we hear of the qualities of Kalyug, when we hear the things that Kalyug is going to bring into this world, we would say, Kalyug is not good. This age of Kalyug is bad. It has the right name, the age of darkness. Not good. Kali Yuga, na jog, na jagya, na jnana, ek adar, Ram Gunagana. My dear friends, it is in this age of Kali Yuga, it's the easiest age for man to gain liberation. And it says in that chaupai, in this age of Kali Yuga, na jog, na jagya, na jnana. Yoga and yagya and gyan, they are good. What is yoga? Where you make that connection with God. What is yagna? Sacrifice, yagna, what we do. I told you just now about the 5 different types of yagna. Yog, Yagya, Jnana. What is Jnana? Jnana is wisdom, where we listen to the glories of Bhagavan, where we listen to the scriptures and we learn from it. All that is good. But it says in this age of Kalyug, you know what is the most powerful? You know what is the best thing in this age of Kalyug? Ram Gunagana. Singing the name of Ram, singing the name of Bhagavan, singing the name of Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. See, what lesson can we learn from tonight's Katha? Keep away from the 4 places where Kalyug reside. Do you want me to remind you of these 4 places? Can you remind me of these 4 places? What is the first one? Where there is gambling. What is the second one? Where there is alcohol. What is the third one? Where there is prostitution. What is the fourth one? The slaughterhouse. Where there is killing of animals. What about the fifth one? What about the fifth one? People will say, no. You remember what is the fifth one? Yes. Keep away from the places where Kalyug reside. And what? Be in places where the glories of God is being sung, where the name of God is being chanted. I say, may the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Krishna be with each and every one of you. Bolo Vrindavan, Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai.